Good day, everybody. All right, so today's video comes to you today by the letters U, K. The powers that be in the UK um, are trying now to stop the United States from bringing forth the truth of things. The reason that they're trying to stop this isn't because it's not the right thing. It is the truth. It's because they have pure hatred for me because I stopped them. I stopped them from a plan that they had that included Morocco. And now they are very, very upset. And Kate and William are indeed going to be divorcing. That is what I'm being shown. Tommy is still not in jail. He did go to court, and when he appeared in court, he was out of his mind. And the judge could see that there was obviously something that wasn't right, ordered drug testing, DNA testing to be done. And this is where they found that he was on a lot of drugs. The stuff you snort, the THC, some methamphetamines, and alcohol. And the other thing that they're finding out is that he now does have the HIV. His secret lover, I think, is going to start speaking on things. Speaking on things, my ex-boss, Monica, has decided now that she is going to the FBI today because, first of all, she's pregnant, which I showed she was going to be. And they are planning to use her as a scapegoat, and she realizes that. So now she's going to go to the FBI and tell them what she knows so that this can move along. About the town of Trinity, which I saw in the news, that there was misconduct in August, that the town of Trinity lost their chief of police. He resigned due to this. And there was an officer that lost her position, the same officer that slept with Tommy, as a matter of fact. There's more to this misconduct than they're saying, obviously. It has a lot to do with the situation with the young man that assaulted me. Yes, there is so much corruption. It is unbelievable. And that's what this is all about, is bringing forth all of this corruption so that it can be stopped, so that it can be known, because if it's not known, it can't be stopped. You know, the squeaky wheel? Well, consider me that squeaky wheel. I'm the one that's talking on it to bring it forth, to fix it, make it known. So now Tommy is talking to the Mormon Masons in Utah, which are, I'm going to say this the nicest way I can say it, they're bigots. Their belief is that women are beneath them instead of being beside them. The women have no voice, they have no thought, they have no individualism. They are simply just there to produce and please, and that's it. That they father through all these different women, it's an incestuous situation is what it is. And they claim it under the guise of religion. But now Tommy's talking to them to try to stop me, just like the UK is now trying to stop me. But there is nothing that can stop me short of God himself. And that's the way that it is. The Pope is planning to open Lucifer's tomb. When that tomb is opened, they will see and they will identify that Tommy, the look is so incredibly similar. There will be differences only because Tommy is strung out on drugs and alcohol and now has AIDS. So there will be subtle differences, but there will also be more similarities. Because Tommy is the Antichrist. I keep saying it. I hope you're hearing it. That is pretty much all of the news that I have for right now. Thank you. And you're right, no one can. Oh, they can form weapons all they want to, but all it's going to do is backfire. Playing on all of these curses and hexes and things that they've put down to try to stop the demon that they had in place to stop me. Every time I would get close to a breakthrough, this demon would come through and do its damage to stop me. But God and I figured it out. And now we know. And now that we know, there isn't anything now that can stop this. And God, He wants to happen. But trust and believe it will indeed happen. Like it or not. And there will be many out there who will think to find ways to make it what's coming out to be not right, not true, and not accept it. And, you have your choice. You have your choices. You can accept or you cannot accept. It makes no difference. It does make a difference. It makes a difference in where your soul goes. That's how it makes a difference. People need to learn to be more open-minded. People need to learn to understand that things aren't always as they seem. Things aren't always as we're told. And that a lot of what we've been shown to be the so-called truth is not at all the truth. It was written and rewritten and rewritten and rewritten by man to make it man's truth in order to be able to control the masses. The Bible is a good guideline, but it's not by any means the truth. It has a lot of truth in it. King James Version, the original King James Version, is the closest Bible to the truth, but still not the truth, because so many things have been omitted from it, kept from the public eye by the people who rule, so that they can stay ruling, so that they can stay the 1%ers, so that they can stay the ones with all of the cash in their pockets, while the rest of us will work for them. That is not how it was supposed to be. That is not how it is supposed to be. But that's how they made it. And we're gonna out them. I'm outing them. Others are outing them. It's in the news. They can't cover this up anymore. This Diddy situation has created so many problems for the 1%ers. Sure has. Because now they're being shown for who and what they really are. Evil. Thank you. knowledge from the Most High. The world is changing, and there are a lot of people out there that don't want to see those changes because they lose. They lose. They lose their money, they lose their homes, they lose everything that they didn't work for. They lose everything that they got off of the backs of other people. And if you ask me, rightfully so. We are all meant to prosper. We are all meant to ascend. We are all meant to live this life and learn on this journey in order to be able to move up, to be with our Father. But you can't learn anything when you're always kept in your self node, where they make drugs and alcohol and everything so abundant and in your face. Temptations. We all have choices. We all make those choices. But there are also so many things that are fed into our brains. Music, television. Those are the two biggest. Fed into our brains, in our subconscious, to make us think that sex, drugs, rock and roll, rap, and all of that is how we live our lives. It's so far from the truth. Love and respecting one another, helping one another, being there for other people. Robin Hood. Doing right. Love your neighbors as you love yourself. And although that may not be an easy thing to do and sometimes quite impossible, but that is how we were supposed to be, is to love and help one another. It takes a village to raise a child, but now people are so mind your own business that even if a neighbor knows that their children next door being beaten and not fed, that they don't speak on it. And that's tragic, because these are young people who have no voice, and we need to speak for the voiceless. We need to speak up for children. We need to speak up for animals. We need to speak up for elderly. We need to speak up for the people who have lost their voice, who are not heard. Women who are not heard. And men. There are men out there that aren't heard either. We need to give those voices back to these people. Every voice matters. Every person on the face of this earth matters. How they matter is their decision. It's their choice. But we don't have to sit around and watch it turn into something dark and evil and disgusting when we have a voice. I'm obviously not one to sit back and watch an injustice take place. Watch something terrible happen to somebody when I myself may not be able to do anything about it at that moment, but I sure as heck know who I can call. I sure as heck know I can do something to help a child, to help an elderly person. We need to lose that mindset of minding your own business and go back to caring for one another, helping one another. It might be very difficult to look at a woman who has children that she treats poorly and think, I want to help her. Maybe that woman is overwhelmed. Maybe that woman is at her wit's end. Maybe that woman has no idea where to go or what to do to help herself, let alone to help her children. And maybe all she needs is somebody to say, hey, look, if you need help, I'm here. Don't ask. Take food next door. Drop off some toys for Christmas at the door. Ease a person's mind. Ease their struggle. Buy them some groceries. I know a lot of people out there aren't about giving money to people because there are so many things that they could do with it that aren't right. And I understand that, and I get that, and I do get that. So take them food. Just be helpful. Best way that you can. And by being kind and by being helpful and by being loving to somebody that you don't think is that, you might be that thing, that one, that person that helps change the mindset of that woman having a hard time, that's overwhelmed. Heck, maybe she just needs a hug, an ear, somebody to hear her. Confirmation. Sometimes that's what we need more than anything, is to just be heard. Meditation music. There's meditation music for memory. Robin Hood. Memory. I highly recommend it. You can look it up on YouTube. Memory for recall, helping with the memory. I think it'll be beneficial. All right. That's it for the moment. But things are unfolding in a way that you're welcome. In a way that I never imagined. Still a little, I don't know what the word is. I don't even know that I have the words. Things are unfolding in the most. It's good to see you too, and you're welcome. Things are unfolding in the most miraculous, grand, godly way. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see these changes. I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see the world changing. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is happening. It's happening. All right, everybody. Please love each other. Love yourselves even more. And I will catch you all later.